Yeah, I want the world. I'm coming to get it.
If you want to buy cheap and reliable NBA 2K20 MT, go to dvdj.com and use code HTB to get a 10% discount. Hey, what's up guys, Henry the Blasian here, and as you can tell by the title of the video today, that is right guys, something that you guys have been asking me to do since I got this Galaxy Opal Jason Richardson, and since I've been uploading all these EVO card gameplays, you guys have been asking HTB, what is the fastest way that we can EVO our cards, man? Well, today is finally that day. Today, I'm going to be telling you guys the fastest way that you guys can each EVO your cards. Now, I did want to release this video earlier, but the reason I actually didn't is because I felt like I didn't EVO enough cards. A lot of people uploaded this video without actually having evolved enough cards, and then I kind of found that their tips were kind of useless. But me, I think I'd say I have a pretty good resume here. We got Galaxy Opal J Rich, Stackhouse, McAdoo, Spreewell, Marbury, KG, freaking Dwayne Wade, you name it, top to bottom. We've essentially evolved a lot of cards, easy cards to evolve, hard cards to evolve, you name it, we have gotten it done. And today guys, I'm here to help you guys on how you guys can EVO your cards the fastest, regardless of the position, regardless of the requirements. I'm gonna help you guys get it done, and I'm gonna tell you guys the fastest way you can do it. Now, if you guys do found that this video helps you guys a ton, a like would be greatly appreciated, and if you enjoy the content, a subscribe is also appreciated as well. The hashtag HTB to 125k is now active. But without further ado, boys, get out your notebooks, because now it's time to write some stuff down. I'm gonna be telling you guys a lot of things, so just make sure you can either remember all this or write it down on the side. Let's dive into these tips. Alright, so guys, when it does come to grinding EVO cards, there's the two main methods that I'm sure everybody knows about by now. There's triple threat offline, which I will be telling you guys which positions you want to use and which stats you'll be evolving the most. We'll actually hop into a game so I can physically show you guys. And then there's also domination, another good method, which I will be telling you guys which team to play, which stats you're going to be chasing, and how to get it out of the way the fastest way possible. Well, to start it off, guys, we are going to be starting off with triple threat offline, and this is kind of where you guys want to be writing down some notes. I'm gonna hit X here, and you can see my lineup here. This should be enough to show you guys exactly what to do when it comes to triple threat offline. Now, when it comes to grinding out points in triple threat offline, I personally do not recommend it. The only time you want to grind off points in triple threat offline is if you're using a guard that is a good shooter. You want to make sure he's gonna knock down the three basically every time he's open, and I'll show you guys exactly how to get them open every time. Now, when it comes to triple threat offline, guys, the main things you want to be grinding when it comes to this is games played. If someone has like 75 games played, obviously triple threat's going to be the fastest way. Another fastest way is for dunks. I don't recommend it for three-pointers. I don't recommend it for points. You can have a center here that may need rebounds, because he will get a lot of rebounds throughout triple threat, but when it comes to rebounds, it can really be triple threat or domination. I found that both ways are good ways for rebounding, but again, let's say you've already got all the points out of the way and you just need rebounds. It doesn't hurt to have multiple EVO cards. For example, we got Walter Davis right here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in a new guard right here, and that's going to be this Desmond Mason. You guys know he needs 100 dunks, so I would throw him in here, but he doesn't have contracts and I don't really want to put any on him. But in this game that we're about to go into, guys, I'm going to show you guys how you can get points really quick with someone who's a shooter. I'm going to show you why dunks are the most efficient here in triple threat offline and how to get them super fast, and then I'm also going to show you guys a bunch of different things. So let's go ahead and let's jump into a triple threat offline game, and I'm going to tell you guys that you only want to when it comes to scoring in triple threat offline, you mainly want to do it with your guards. Now, why do I say this? Every time you use a center, you're most likely going to run into a good center in triple threat offline, and it's not an easy difficulty either. Right now we're running into Gasol, who may only be an amethyst, but he's still going to be a decent center. Other times you're running into Shaq, you might be running into Kareem and stuff like that. So trying to score points with your center in triple threat offline is not very effective, and I will tell you guys why later, and I'll show you guys why it's actually a lot easier in domination. But right now we're about to hop into this game, and I'll show you all the different methods of scoring and all the different methods of doing things. Alright, so guys, I accidentally went to the bathroom and I did not pause the game, but right here they're going to go ahead and score. Now, the fastest way to fly through games is you can let them score, or you can score just as fast. We're going to start off with Isaiah Thomas, and this is talking about scoring with your guard and flying through triple threat. For those of you that want to be able to grind triple threat while doing it, all you got to do is call a screen, and boom, just like that, you are open. I recommend calling the screen right there in the corner. That's where I tend to knock down most of my threes, but then on the other end on defense, you honestly don't really have to play defense. I usually just flop, that way they can take their shots super quick. You can see here you'll get a lot of rebounds with Roy Hibbert or whoever your center ends up being. But once again, we will go up the court here and we will use the exact same method. Call a screen, wait for them to bump it, go under it, and you're shooting it again. Green bean, it's going down. And that's the fastest method essentially to score and knock down threes when it comes to your guard. Now right here, guys, I'm going to show you a method as to how to get your dunks super quickly. And for this, usually I'm just going to let them score super quick, which they don't manage to. But essentially you want to run to the opposite side of the court every time, loop around them, go to the basket, and that's going to be a dunk every single time. In case you guys didn't really understand that, I'm going to try to show you guys again one more time. Sometimes they can guard it, but more likely than not, they can't guard it. And this is a very fast way to get dunks out of the way. This is what I did for Jason Richardson and essentially all my cards that needed dunks. So again, to IT, to Walter, I'm running to the other side of the court, and then I'm going to loop around and go to the rim, and boom, just like that, you've got yet another dunk. So that is one of the methods as to how I fly through dunks the easiest. When you're on one side, you want to run onto the other side and then loop around the computer, because for some reason in the game this year, they don't know how to guard that very well. So again, I'm going to try to show it here, see if they guard it. Go to Walter, we're going to loop all the way around, and you can see they don't guard it properly, to the rim, and that's again another easy dunk. Now I am holding turbo as soon as I start to loop around, just so they can't stop me in the middle of my blow by. But that's essentially the easiest way to either score with your guard or score when it comes to your shooting guard trying to get dunks. Now the reason I don't recommend trying to score with a center is you can't really push the pace very fast, and it's just kind of slow. When you're playing a big man in a higher difficulty, there's not really a good exploit. Sure, you can do post hooks and stuff as much as you want, but it's only so effective. Right here I show again how Walter Davis just gets to the basket so easy again by looping from one side of the court to the other. So take note of that. Now this game is almost done. I'm basically going to finish it off by showing more of how Isaiah Thomas can get open off a screen. All you really want to do is make sure the computer is touching the screen very easy, and you can fly through triple threat games super fast. I'm not really trying to blitz through this one because I want to make sure you guys know, make him hit the screen. Now if that doesn't work, go back, reset, and call for a screen again. You can do this multiple times and you will get open at some point to take the shot. That wasn't exactly the smartest shot, but you guys know what I mean. Eventually Clay does go under the screen, and it's easy money for you guys every single time. This is the method I'm currently doing with Isaiah Thomas because I need to get 75 games played with him. So once I have that out of the way, all I'm gonna do is go right back into domination, which will be the next best method as to showing you guys. I'm not taking the smartest shots right here though, so let me take an actual smart one. I'm gonna try to get him to go under the screen. It takes a couple screens sometimes, usually it doesn't, but Clay is an actual good defender. Look, he goes under, you just take the shot right away, you're wide open, easy knockdown right there. Now for this game, we did end up taking the L because again, I wasn't really trying to debut any defense. My controller was down for half of this triple threat game, and I was mainly trying to show you guys how to score with certain ways. So you can see that with dunks, all you want to do is have whoever you want to do the dunks at the 2. When you inbound the ball to them, run around to the other side of the court, and once again, just go to the basket. And then when trying to score threes or trying to get points with games out of the way when it comes to your guard, you want to make sure they can shoot, because if they can't shoot consistently, you're going to have a hard time while calling those screens and taking a bunch of shots. And then when it comes to the rebounding game, Roy Hibbert or whoever your big is there is just gonna get the rebounds. I wouldn't really focus focally on rebounds when it comes to triple threat because you're only playing 3-on-3, so they're more likely to score more than not if you're trying to flop or make sure someone takes a dumb shot. And again, you're playing on a higher difficulty, so you're more than likely not really going to get many rebounds, but you'll get a lot of rebounds in domination. And I'm gonna explain some more stuff, guys, when it comes to the next mode. But essentially when it comes to triple threat, what you mainly want to be focusing on when trying to get stuff out of the way with triple threat is games played, dunks. Again, you can get points and 3-pointers out of the way, but that's just a more difficult way to get it out of the way. I will show you guys why domination is way easier when it comes to points and 3 points attempted. Like, no matter how bad someone's 3-pointer is, I will show you guys exactly why domination is easier. So what I'm gonna do, guys, here is I'm gonna go up into domination, and again, the teams I recommend when you play in domination is going to be either the Cavs or the Knicks. And right here I'm going to show you, you go to a rookie difficulty because this team is just absolutely terrible, and this is my offline lineup. Right now, if I want to, for example, get points out of the way with Isaiah Thomas, I will do so. But when you do challenges like this, guys, make sure you have multiple EVOs on the court. You do not need to worry about having a good team when you go into rookie difficulty when it comes to playing bots, man. It is going to be stupidly easy. You don't have to care about winning or losing because, again, your focus isn't even really winning or losing. You're more than likely definitely going to win by 100, and yes, I do mean 100, but you want to have multiple EVOs on your team. Now, why do I say that? You can work on multiple EVOs at the same time. For example, I got Rick Smits in here, and then I got Darius Miles. I don't have any other EVOs on my team because there's no other EVOs I currently need to work on. But for example, you need games played with a small forward here, I would recommend you put them in. Let me find someone who I haven't EVO'd yet. Oh look, a Gerald Green. So I could throw him in here and I could keep him right there if I needed to. I don't need to, but I'm going to for the sake of this video. And then Rick Smits, he's already done his rebounds now, but you can see that you can fly through rebounds while having him be the passive person. My focus is Isaiah Thomas, but all these other people are going to get their stat lines as I'm working on IT, because the fastest way to get assists, 3-pointers, and points is going to be domination once again, and I'm about to show you guys why. In fact, I won't even use Jason Richardson. I'll use someone who's like an average shooter. Actually, this Darius Miles needs to knock down 63 pointers, and he's got what, a 63-point shot? I'm going to show you guys why that doesn't matter when it comes to rookie domination. So let's go ahead and let's hop into this game right here, and I'll show you the fastest method to be doing everything. So I'm going to buy these contracts right here. We're going to hop into a game, and I'm going to show you how you fly through points. You can get steals and blocks as well, the fastest in domination here, and I will show you guys why as well. So let's skip through this. I'll see you guys when the game starts. Alright, so right here, guys, the game's gonna start. I'm gonna flop a bunch of times. He's gonna take a dumb shot, and this is a fast way to get boards. Now, they will make a couple shots, but more often than not, they will miss. But the main reason you're here is to see how quickly you get points, assists, and stuff out of the way. So I'll actually give it back to IT really quick here. I'll wait for Darius to get open, catch, and shoot from 3. It's not a good shot, and it's going down. That's an assist, that's a 3, and that's points out of the way for Darius Miles, all that in 1 second. And I know some of you are thinking, I can do this in triple threat. Well, let me know when you're knocking down threes on a higher difficulty with Darius Miles on triple threat. Here, you can literally just score with anyone, get another free rebound. Do I want an assist to Gerald Green? Fine, go get open and just shoot, and it's going to be a green every single time. On rookie difficulty, you can have the worst of threes and you will knock them down every time. I don't know how to exclaim this. And if you want to fly through games really quickly where you don't want to play defense, just flop a bunch of times. If your center's under the rim there, he's gonna get a bunch of rebounds. In that case, Smits wasn't there. And then once again, we'll go to IT. He is my main focal point again. And who do I want an assist to? I can literally just close my eyes. I can pass it to whoever I want. Gerald Green again, we'll shoot it. It's gonna be a green. It's going down. They're not wide open, but the shots will say they're wide open every single time. And this is just the best method to score when it comes to this compared to triple threat, because on triple threat, you're playing better cards. It's on a higher difficulty. Threes are not likely to go down as much as they do right now. Once again, I'll show you guys. Go up the court. This time it's an assist for Gerald Green, because Isaiah's gonna stop, he's gonna pop, and that's going to be a green once again. Now, when it comes to blocks and steals in this game, it's as simple as like sending a double team and just hitting square. Now, you're not always gonna get a steal, but it's a lot faster than other methods. I would not recommend triple threat as a fast method. There you can get blocks by baiting people, but again, blocks and steals are kind of hard, and there's not that many steal requirements when it comes to a bunch of cards. But the fastest method is always going to be here compared to triple threat, because cards are better ball handlers and stuff like that. Here you can abuse square knowing you're not like suffering any consequence. Again, I'm just gonna double team. It's not working in this case. Kind of hard to show you guys, but trust me when I say double teaming, or just even really hitting square on your matchup because you're on rookie difficulty compared to triple threat, you are more than likely going to get the steal. Snatch back, I'm shooting again. It's not green. That one should have gone down, but let's see. Let's go out to Darius Miles once again. Let me debut the fact that he can shoot a 3. Contested right here. It says it's open, 22% covered when Kevin Love was in my face. So you can see why scoring and doing other things here on triple threat is definitely the easiest. The only reason I don't recommend dunks here is because it's such a crowded area. Even though it is rookie difficulty and your guy might have the dunking tendencies, you just have to go through so many people to get to the basket, and you're more likely to score a bunch of bailout layups than you are to dunk, because dunk tendencies in this game, they still have to be super crazy. Right there, IT gets open with the ease and scores. So with this, if you try to score with specifically one player shooting threes only, you can score up to 40 to like 47 points per quarter, and I will try to show you guys that in the second quarter on how easy it really is. But this really is the best method when it comes to scoring points, 3-pointers, getting assists. Obviously games, this is going to take longer than usual games, so that's why I get all my games out of the way in triple threat, which I'm doing right now with Pink Diamond Isaiah Thomas. And then when that's out of the way, I'm going to go to purely scoring and getting the assists right here, and he should be a Galaxy Opal honestly by tomorrow or Thursday at the latest. So we're doing pretty good right here. These are all the different methods. So again, when it comes to dunking, guys, you want to do triple threat, games played, triple threat, rebounds. It can be triple threat or domination. You can see that you'll be getting a lot of boards regardless. On triple threat, it might fly by faster, but you're also trying to score faster and go through games faster. And in triple threat, they're more likely to score than in domination. This game, I guarantee you guys, by the end, I am going to win by 100 points. But if I want them to shoot a bunch of shots, again, just flop. They're going to take a dumb shot right here. And if you have your big and you're controlling him, that's an easy rebound. In this case, I trust Rick Smith to take the shot every time, and he's going to be open. So again, I'll snatch back, I'll shoot a 3, green bean right there for IT. Rinse, repeat, recycle, whatever you want to call the system, it is that simple. Now, when it comes to getting a steal, honestly, just get in front of the dribbler and just hit square a couple times. Eventually, you will get the steal. Now, Gerald Green isn't someone who requires steals or has a decent steal stat, but other players who actually require the steals usually have a decent steal stat. And if they don't, they have a pretty easy steal animation, and you will get the steal most of the times. As far as blocks, you want to bait players into going towards the basket, and I'll kind of show you guys how if I can. Let me just not get open and pull up in his face and score super quick. But blocks, that's kind of something that's hard to manage in my opinion. What I like to do is flop or go like this and bait them to pass it to Kevin Love, and then I'll jump at them at the right time and block the shot. That's what I did to get Kevin Garnett's requirements, for those of you that are wondering, or just have Rick Smith chilling under the rim here and get a bunch of blocks for you. Kevin Garnett was getting a ton of blocks from me. My boys got the takeover. We're still not gonna keep missing, and this is effortlessly. We've already scored 28 points while I'm trying to do a commentary, so you guys can see how domination is definitely the easier method when it comes to scoring, assists, three-pointers, really anything besides dunks. I recommend domination as the easiest go-to. If someone needs to score multiple points in a game, this is why you want to use multiple EVOs, because again, if one person needs to score 50 points, I can do that in almost a quarter, and then I can move on to doing multiple EVOs. And the benefit to doing domination is you can work on very many EVOs all at the same time. Let's say Rick Smith's rebounds are done, boom, I'm switching him out for a different center, and we're working on another EVO. You can multitask way better in domination than you can in triple threat. Now, with triple threat, you do get rewarded, but you have to be winning the game. In domination, I don't have to worry about winning because I know I'm going to win. But again, if you need games played, go play triple threat, because whether you win or lose in triple threat, it is going to count for a game played, and it is as simple as that. But again, you really just want to be flopping. We know where that rebound's going. We get the rebound to IT, 3 seconds to go. I'm not worried. I'm just gonna huck it up. I don't know if it's going down or not. In that case, it misses, but you guys essentially get the gist of why domination is the best method. Now, I am doing a live commentary for all this, so I can't really tell if I've missed an explanation on anything. So if I have, guys, please let me know down in the comment section below, because I really do want to help you guys out when it comes to this. And also, I need to mention to you guys, like I said earlier, in triple threat, scoring with big men, why is it easier on on domination compared to triple threat? On domination, like I mentioned earlier, it is harder because you are facing better opponents. In domination, the best person you're playing is like a silver Tristan Thompson, and this makes scoring very easy for people like Rick Smith and stuff, especially when they don't have the three. All you do is get them to cut. What I actually like to do is cherry pick, but look, he can dribble up here and he can pull up, because it doesn't matter how contested he is, he's gonna knock down the shot. As long as they have like a 70+ mid-range, you can shoot in people's faces. And then when I want to score fast, I'll go down the court here with Rick Smith, because for example, let's say I've already done his rebounds, I don't need to worry about rebounding. Let him pass the ball, let him do all that BS, and then boom, right to IT. Rick Smith is already down the court, and just like that, that is another quick bucket for a big man. In triple threat, you're not scoring that fast with a big man. It is just not happening. And if you are, you're still worrying about winning the game at the same time, so you can't sacrifice that many buckets. In domination, I can sacrifice as many buckets as as I want, and it's not going to matter. And this is a method that I've been doing for a long time. Once again, easy layups right away. And I recommend this for points again because, like I said earlier, you can average up to 40 to 47 points per quarter, not per game. So in 20 minutes of playing a whole game without fouling people or doing anything, because I flop for everything, that way I don't risk fouling and wasting any time, in a span of 20 minutes, I managed to score about 160 to 170 points a game with a player. That's over 300 points per hour with a card, and in like a couple hours, boom, just like that. That is how quickly I've evoed cards such as Latrell Sprewell, Jason Richardson, Isaiah Thomas, who I'm currently working on, and that is just how quickly you can fly through things. But right now you guys can see that Isaiah Thomas has 20 points. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward to the end of the game. I'll see you guys at the end of this video. I'm gonna try to ground out as many points as I can right now with IT and show you guys how quick of a method this really is. Alright, so right here guys, you can see we're towards the end of the game and IT's gonna knock down that last three, giving him 142 points, and that was us only starting at the second quarter with 3 minutes to go, with him having 20 points. So in the third, fourth, and some of the second quarter combined, he scored a total of 122 points alone. This is a method I was not joking about, guys. It is super easy. At the end of the game, you will get an MT reward. It's not anything crazy. It's about 700 MyTEAM points. It is going to show that it's a lot more, but I would not listen to that at all. I think, actually, no, it's going to show an accurate amount here, 953. I will take that amount and I will leave with that. But essentially, guys, that is why Domination is the best one to use when you're trying to grind out points. And then you can figure out the math behind all that, which I'm going to tell you guys here towards the end of the video. I'm going to go ahead and sum things up for you on what to be playing, and then we're going to call it. If you guys have any other questions, you guys know you can ask me down in the comment section below for absolutely anything, man. If there's a card you're struggling with, let me know and I will help you out. But right here you can see IT racked on another couple points. He's now at 1,017, and now he's at 325 3-pointers made. I didn't show you guys the stat line for that game, but at the end of that game, Rick Smits had about 25 rebounds. Now if you are focusing on rebounds and domination and you just flop like crazy, you will actually average about 30 to 36 rebounds a game. That is what I was doing with Bob McAdoo while trying to score with Jerry Stackhouse at the same time, and it made life super easy. Now as far as assists, you can average up to 45 to 55 assists per game with a card. So if I need 400 assists here with Isaiah Thomas and each game is 20 minutes, it's gonna take me just under 2 hours to get the 400 assists out of the way, and then I can focus on just the points. But right now I'm gonna keep playing triple threat offline just to get those 75 games out of the way, and then I can relax on domination. But you guys can see as to why domination is easily the most dominant, no pun intended, method of trying to get things out of the way. Alright guys, so essentially to sum this up, you guys can feel free to write this down if you want to. When playing triple threat, your main focus is going to be dunks and games played. Now obviously if you're someone who wants to multitask and go up the triple threat ladder while grinding, I would recommend getting a shooter like I was with Isaiah Thomas, calling that screen, knocking down that three, and get that out of the way. That way you can at least get his points out of the way while you're doing something else. I strictly score with just Isaiah Thomas when I play triple threat offline. Everyone else is there because they need to get games out of the way, so they're playing with me, or they're just there to get rebounds, such as Rick Smits, who is now done with that. But essentially the main reason you really just want triple threat, if you're a pure EVO card grinder and are not worried about triple threat offline going up that ladder, is you're there for the dunks and you're there for the games played. With domination, you guys can see it's easily the best way to get points, 3-pointers, and assists, and in my opinion even rebounds can be arguably better, but sometimes they miss a ton in triple threat. Rebounds I'm kind of in the middle of because it really comes down to how you want to play your defense. I flop a ton, they miss a ton of shots in domination, makes rebounding super easy for me. That's how I got it for KG, that's how I got it for Bob McAdoo, that's how I got it for Jason Richardson. Oh, another thing, if your shooting guard or something needs to get rebounds, what you want to do when you go in game is you want to go to your matchups and you want to set it so that Jason Richardson or whoever it is you're trying to get rebounds with is guarding the center. That way he's always under the rim and he's always trying to get rebounds. That's something I should have mentioned as well in case I forgot to mention. There you go. But essentially with assists and everything else, else. A bad three-point shooter such as Darius Miles, who did knock down that 1-3 in game. Wasn't really using him though. I was still trying to grind out my IT, but you guys can see how domination is easily the best method when it comes to points, assists, three-pointers. Not so much the dunks, but the steals are pretty easy because again, it's on a rookie difficulty. And then same thing for blocks. You can bait them into going towards the basket a lot, and that's more people that you have to block instead of triple threat where it's 3v3. 5-on-5, you're more likely to block someone than in a 3v3. A higher population means a higher chance for you to get more stats as far as the defensive area, not so much when it comes to other things. But yeah, guys, that is my tips right there for evoing cards. I really do hope that this helped you guys a ton, because I truly want you guys to be able to get on that evo grind and that evo level, because a ton of these evo cards, man, they are a lot of fun. If I go here and I go to my evo cards, you can see I've evoed quite a bit of nice cards. This Latrell Sprewell, easily one of my favorite cards, did a gameplay on him. Make sure to go ahead and check it out, guys. But again, if you have any questions regarding an evo card you are struggling with, let me know down in the comment section below and I will be glad to help you. Now with that being said, this is going to be the end of the video. I need to get back to grinding my Isaiah Thomas so I can get you guys that Galaxy Opal IT gameplay. This card is a ton of fun, by the way, for those of you who are wondering. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, and for you new viewers, you know you gotta hit that subscribe button and join the Blasian Nation. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have an awesome day and take care.